Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to look at these cards and see what will be revealed for this August full moon for the full zodiac. All right. And I am Daisy. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much for joining our community. And if you're new, well, sit back and enjoy. All right. So this full moon is known as the Sturgeon Super Moon. And a couple things to kind of a little trivia here. According to the Farmer's Almanac, this is called the Sturgeon Moon because in the lakes of North America, this is the season where most of the sturgeons are caught. And the sturgeons, I'll put a little picture here, you'll see, are not the best looking of fishes, but they have been known to have this very prehistoric look to them, and they're traced back over 136 million years. So some people call it like living fossils. The other thing is that they can be as small as a bass and as large as a small Volkswagen. So one of the things is that the word sturgeon means to stir things up. So that these fishes, that's exactly what they do. They go to the bottom and they like to stir the mud around at the bottom of the lakes. And interesting that this Sturgeon supermoon is asking us to go ahead and shake things up. And also we are now coming into this amazing super moon, and it is the fourth one of the year and the last one. And the reason is that the full moon here during the summer is at the closest point to the earth, making it look extra large. So let's enjoy this beautiful moon tonight. I hope that you do. And one thing, full moons are notorious for what? Bubbling up our emotions to the top, and sometimes things get a little bit explosive. But at the same time, it gives us an opportunity to bring things to culmination and to get these emotions out. So we need to kind of understand if we're a little bit sensitive or others are with us, that that's what's going on. So let's not take things too personal, even though we might want to. Well, now this Sturgeon moon is all about doing away with how things used to be and doing away with expectations. And guess what? It's about stepping in to our authentic self. No more pleasing others. This is about working with this moon and using this energy to break away from old patterns and step into the new improved version of ourselves. All right. Well, you know what? Let's hope that we can break up some of these old issues and get rid of some of old karma and step into the new and improved life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I am going to shuffle, put these aside so I can shuffle one for each of the zodiac, and we can take a look at the different areas that are showing up in our lives. So let's get started. All right. Okay, we will shuffle the cards and we will get started. And because we have a Virgo birthday coming up in the middle of the month, we will start up with Virgos. All right, let's do this. Virgo, Libra, all right, let's get started with Virgo. Let's see what we have for Virgo. All right, my Virgo. Well, let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to test your own intuition. It looks like you have been out of balance spiritually and, not making that connection. You've been so focused on so many mundane issues, and rightfully so. I mean, you're a Virgo, you are really that down-to-earth person. You're very practical and very dependable. So you kind of, banking on yourself and taking on so much, but there's a part of you that needs to make that connection with your spiritual side. And you've been so lacking in that area, and you've been so caught up in the mundane that you have not been aligning with your other senses. And it's time that you refocus yourself back with your spirituality and begin to really trust your intuition. The higher guidance is trying to make its way through, but you haven't made time for that because you've been so busy on carrying so much burden on yourself. And as you begin to let go, let God, you're going to see that God's plan is actually working in favor with you. So it's important that you reconnect with that, and also be very careful. I'm getting another message that there may be others that are holding back information from you. So they're being a little bit secretive. So be trust your gut. And it's important that you trust your intuition, trust your gut. All right. Let's take a look at this in career and money. Oh, this one also is upside down. So we've had 2 cards upside down. Let me hold it for right now as we review this. So it says here, rising above money issues, business taking off, profit. And it says here, spiritual work, life purpose, and mission. So remember, this is upside down. So all these things that are being revealed here are things that you are, it's the opposite, because you're having some issues with the money and you're so focused on I've mentioned it again, so focused on, that this burden is on you. You need to let go a little bit of that. You need to work on spiritual work and connect with your life purpose. So again, this is a confirmation of what's showing up here. And it's funny because it almost feels that you've got that similar vibe here with the 2 pillars, trying to, work with that. Let's see what shows up in the area of relationship. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I'm getting a message that there's some of you that are longing to be in a very meaningful relationship, and you're searching for your soulmate. You're like wondering, do you have to kind of go through this life alone, and or where's the right person in your life? And it's just letting you know that as you begin to trust and work with things, and believe this, that your soulmate is there, ready in spirit. It's just a matter of working on yourself, letting that go, and letting God work this into your life, and it will manifest physically. Okay, and the final card here. Okay, so this one again, we have a lot of your messages came upside down. So let me tell you, we talked about that Sturgeon moon asking you to stir things up and let the universe work in your life. Man, this is loud and clear for you, Virgos. Okay, it says inner child. So because it's upside down, it's talking about it's time to let go. It's time to allow your inner child. It's time to trust and to dream again. There are a lot of things that you have suppressed that have to do with the past, and you need to just let that go and just come in and love yourself a little more. Take care of yourself and reconnect with things that make you happy. Whoa. Look at that. Okay, let's take up the next one. It's going to be Libra for my Libras. All right, Libras, here you go. Okay, we'll start like this. Okay, so this is upside down. So it looks like there were some things that were on the table that could have been causing a little bit of stress, whether it was at work or whether it was at home life, but there was some tensions. And the good news is that now that has crossed over. It looks like a little bit of time has passed, and which has allowed things to work themselves out, and kind of people begin to cool off and see that, they can see the bigger picture and bring back some harmony and work together again and just begin to flow. So there will be restored harmony. There's going to be a lot of things that finally are falling into place for you, and you're going to be able to begin to work again, especially with some people that had made things difficult for you. So that's good to have that behind you. And it looks like you had started stirring the pot way before, and so now finally things have fallen into place and are going to start kind of falling through for you. So that's a good thing. Let's take a look at here. Right side up. So even though this card did fall upside down, it has a positive meaning when it's upside down. Here it's talking about treasure. All right. Looks like some good treasure. Good news is going to be uncovered. Worry-free finances, money in reserve, excess. So it looks like extra money, maybe a little raise, some extra cash flow, things are going to come into play for you. Executive sales, planning, hidden talent. So when it comes to your career, a lot of things are going to manifest for you as far as being able to, if you are in sales, that's going to be great for you. Executive, so if you're in business, a lot of positive things are going to be showing up for you in your business. A lot of things that were at play here are going to start working in the positive. So definitely good stuff coming, good news about money and good news in your career. Talks about planning. So if you're in that stage where you're trying to plan a move or a career change, all of this is in favor. This is about stirring things up and letting go the old and bringing up your authentic self, even in your workplace. I like this thing here, hidden talent. So you will discover that you do have hidden talents. And all right, let's take a look at this one. Manifesting miracles. So I like here, we see like this infinity symbol here, star, the yin and the yang, you know, spirituality and a big heart. I like that. So what do we have here? Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So a lot of good things are falling into play for you here. And this is a confirmation, manifesting miracles. So in general, as you continue to find your passion, as you continue to pursue your hidden talents, and stop worrying about your finances and just focus on the journey and passion, you're going to discover these treasures. And these treasures come in so many different ways. It's not just financial. It's not just that, you know, pot of gold at the end of that rainbow, but life in itself. You are going to start seeing the treasures, the hidden treasures in the everyday life that really bring you happiness and give you joy. As you begin to do that, you will see that you are joining in that power of manifesting miracles in your life. As long as you begin to trust your heart and continue following its guidance. Okay. And here, higher thought. Oh man. So there we go. So for my Libras, and I love that because Libras are all about finding that balance and things. And finally, you are finding that harmony. You're finding that balance. And I love that, you know, now that there is, and you're such a social bug, that this was bothering you. So now that has been restored, you know, you can focus on, you know, continue following that path, following that guidance and, you know, your intuition, and continue to pursue higher things, whether it's more of a beautiful life, whether it's more of you connecting with what is beautiful to you, with what's true to you, with the joy of living. When you do that, this is going to be an amazing month, because for you Libras, this is creating a sense of balance. So all is working in your favor. All right, Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Okay. Okay. So there's going to be a little bump financially here, or something. I'm getting a couple messages that have to do with very material things. So one is a challenge, financial challenge. So this month of August will be challenging for you in the sense that this full moon, and why I say month, remember, we go from one full moon to the next. So it's a cycle. So through that, there's going to be the chance to address this matter and push through this with this energy and work with it and just say, okay, how can I move through this? Show me the way. And then you've got that new cycle that takes you through the other phases of the moon. And then we come back full circle. So it's going to be some challenge, you know, from this moon to this full moon to the next full moon, but somewhere along the way, and I'm getting the 14 days, there's going to be 14 days somewhere in between, there's going to be this opportunity to get through this situation. It's either going to present itself and you will be able to get through it. But the other message I was getting had to do with contracts, had to do with, I'm getting real estate. So something about real estate, you're going to get some not very, very favorable news about real estate. So I don't know if it's a deal that went south or some issues with your current, mortgage or residence, wherever you're at, whether it's a rent or something. So there's going to be a bump there or a situation that you're going to have to deal with. All right, financially, what does this mean? Oh, well, it's all going to work out because look, You're going to be awarded something. There's going to be a victory of some sort. So when it comes to the finances, you're going to get through that bump. So whatever this is, it will work itself through because there will be a payoff for your effort. You will be recognized, whether it's at work or somehow in your community. There's going to be recognition for the work that you've been doing. And I like this: advancement, professional work, and fame. So definitely when it comes to the work area, there is going to be some type of recognition for all the work that you've done. And not that you're looking for, you know, that pat on the back, but it sure does feel good when people appreciate and value you for what you do. Okay, and let's see what's in the love department and in the relationship department. The little dove here bringing peace. So it looks like something about the relationship has to do with bringing truth, or maybe something that's going to be revealed, and this peace. Let's see. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I loved it. So that's, you know, something that was, you know, not seen. And I love how, I don't know if you see this couple here coming together. For me, I see a couple there in the clouds. So something will be revealed. Could be that person that you were thinking about is finally going to show up in your life, and you thought that maybe things were finished, but this person might be coming back and you know, bringing an olive branch for peace. So who knows where that could be? Love it. Okay, and what is this one? Moving towards the light. Okay, so this is upside down. So let's take a look at the beautiful symbols here and with this person here as you're moving towards the light. The thing is that the message came upside down. So there are some things that you need to work emotionally, and it's stopping you from expressing your higher self. And you should not let those things block you from your own self-development, from your own personal growth, from your own happiness. It's important that you let go of what other people are thinking. Remember, this Sturgeon moon is all about stirring things up. And this may be about you coming into terms with your own ideas and thoughts and not the perceived. You know, one of the things that I read from the 4 Agreements, it's a book, I'll put the title up here. It's never to assume. So sometimes we make up stories on our head. So Scorpio, make sure that you're not making up stories in your head, and the stories are feeding other parts of your emotions and making things worse. So just, if you don't have the whole facts, if you haven't spoken with that person yourself, if that person hasn't, you know, sometimes, oh, well, that person's not calling me, oh, what do they think? I'm like, doesn't matter what they think. Maybe they're busy, maybe they have crisis, maybe that's why they're not calling you or not speaking. You have no idea unless you are the bigger person to pick up the phone and call. So until then, let it be. Don't worry about it. Okay? Focus on you, because there's a lot of things here that you need to work on. At the same time, understand that they'll come around with their little olive branch. All right? All right. There you go. Sagittarius. Didn't mean to shout in your ear. Okay. Oh, go like this. Okay. So, Sagittarius. I love this card for you. This month is a month of that breakthrough, that transformation. You have been trying so hard at certain things in your life, and finally that breakthrough is coming. A message is going to be revealed. A healing will be taking place within you. You will be bringing people with you in this victory. You are attracting so much divine energy at this moment. It's like the portals are open and you're like, you know what? I am ready to stir things up, because, you know, you're a fire sign. So yes, it's interesting because what we have here is that this full moon is coming in with Aquarius energy. And I don't know if you know this, but Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is all about healing. Uranus is also about vision and trusting your intuition. So this is a lot of great energy, because one thing, you get a fire sign with an air energy, and it's like, it is just really going places. So go with it. Go with it, Sagittarius. Okay, so hey, I'm not liking this here with the money flowing down, because, you know, it's like, where's it going? You just make sure that wherever it's going, you're going to put your pocket underneath there and catch as much as you can. And if you want, just get a big wheelbarrow, because maybe your pockets are small. So get a wheelbarrow, put it down there. All right, Carla, we're going to catch it. Okay, so it says here, money coming in, wealth, good investments, sales, finances, getting a raise, and lucky. So things are slow in this area, but you know what? You're not hurting for it. But at the same time, don't focus on it and just focus on you right now, because the wealth that you need to focus on is the blessing of God's divine plan. So right now, yes, this is upside down. It's just showing that these things are going to be slow in the coming. And be very careful if you are trading paper or you're making any investment. Check them twice, because this is a very auspicious message for you to double check everything before you make those purchases, sales and finances. So it's a reminder, not only just your career of sales and finances, but it's also be very careful with any sales and purchases that you're making that involves your money. It's also this message here that I'm getting is, if you are waiting for that raise or a promotion, don't give that too much thought and just focus on you. Everything will come in its divine time. Okay, let's take a look at this. It looks like this almost looks like it has a wing on it, and it's really beautiful, this couple, and it's kind of very dreamy state. Things are coming up, and showing themselves very slowly. Okay, wait. Don't rush into it, Sagittarius. Allow nature to take its course. Yes, it's bubbling through. You've got it, because you see all these, I was going to mention, it almost looks like it's part of this like tree thingy going on. So when it comes to love and relationship, the best things are the ones that happen organically. But you show up every day. You show up in faith. You show up in trust that God loves you, that you love yourself, that you love this journey. And as that continues to exude out of you, you know what? Don't rush into it and allow nature to take its course. How beautiful when it's all natural, when you are being authentic, because that is what the Sturgeon moon is all about. It wants to continue working in and through you to put you in situations where you're forced to bring out your authentic true self. So what does this say? Health. And this is a very on-spot reading physically about focus on your well-being. Focus on, your physical self, your emotional self, your mental self, and as that, also your spiritual self. But definitely a very physical read to focus on, your body. So if you haven't had a checkup lately and you're kind of feeling, maybe this is that time to go do that. And if you've had one recently, kind of adjust your plan to take a look at what can you do to take care of this vessel, because this vessel has a lot still to do. There is a transformation, this healing thing. Remember, look at it. It came out twice, health. So it's really important to pay attention to heed this thing as a very auspicious and welcoming message that it is important that you take care of yourself. And as you continue to take care of yourself, and the true and authentic self will rise above, and you will continue to receive God's blessing. Oh, I do love that. All right, let's go to Capricorn, my Capricorns. I got a couple Capricorns in my life. My son and my husband and my mother-in-law, Capricorns. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, so right now you've got some sense of security, and you're loving this opportunity that's showing up here, and you've got a whole world that's just there for you to, experience at the same time. But you feel very grounded in your security. You feel very grounded in what is coming to you from that center, new things. And it's like this blessing on your crown. Like you right now couldn't be in a better place. And this is financially, but not only financially, but physically also. You feel very solid, very secure in this. And it's a feeling that if you can hold on to this feeling, it is going to be an awesome to put into your DNA, because because we know that life has cycles. So as life moves on, and if and when you come into that low dip, you can pull on to this memory and remember how good it feels to feel safe, to not worry about money, to know that God is always providing, that he's giving you a place to step on and stand on. He's giving you sources from within to draw from. He's providing from higher places ideas that will generate even more financial security, emotional security, mental security, just a good place. So as you remember that, that means that, I've been there before. I can get there again. No problem. I can get through this. Okay. So here we have the pendulum. This is in the reverse. So you have passed. You don't have to worry about this fluctuating income right now. You don't have to worry about the indecisions and new strategies, seasonal work, job change, making choices right now, because remember, the message is upside down. The pendulum has decided to stop right here. So this kind of the sensation here where you're creating, look at that steeple. That steeple effect is showing up in the pendulum. The pendulum is right now decided to stop still for you. And so there is no indecision. There is no fluctuating income. You feel really good where you're at, and you've got plans that you're putting into place, and things right now are just working for you financially and in your career and your job. So that stability is going to be experienced during this season. So enjoy this full moon that is working in your favor. My earth sign, my Capricorns are really rocking it. All right, so here we go. What's showing up in the love and relationship department? Look at this. So I see some grounding over here, and this like fire blazing through, but this true passion flowing. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So this is incredible breakthrough that's showing up. So transformation in the relationship, going to a different level. Transformation can mean so many things, because in love and relationship, it's not just the relationship you have with that significant other, but in your relationships altogether, deepening, more understanding, better communication, knowing that line and that respect is pretty awesome. All right. I love transformations. Okay, this one's upside down. Okay, joy. So it's interesting that that's something that you need to work on. And this is very, I'm getting a message about some of the Capricorns. It's like you're okay where you're at, but you know what is it? I still haven't found my true happiness. I still want to kind of go deeper into this. And this is okay. That longing for that, connection. And that is something that you need to work on. That's what you're being asked to do, is to let go of all this, striving so hard, and just allow yourself to be happy in this moment. You've come to this plateau. You work so hard going that steep climb. You're in a plateau. It's okay to be there. It's okay to enjoy this. Find the happiness there, because as soon as you're there, guess what? It will be another way, another climb to go to the next area. That's how we're designed. We're designed to climb, to plateau, to climb. So right now, you're here. You're here, and be okay with that. Don't look for imperfections. Don't look for what's wrong here, and find the joy and the happiness in this moment, okay? Let's go to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Some deception. But what? Are you deceiving yourself, or is someone deceiving you? So it's interesting what's showing up here for you, my beautiful Aquarius. It is, this thing has been going for too long, and it is time to join forces with this last, what I call super moon of the season, and this big sturgeon moon that's asking you to stir things up and blow. I know that the winds have blown, and that's your nature, but it is important to see what is being stirred up with all this that's happening in your life right now. And what is it that needs to be revealed so that you can work through. Sometimes it seems that you have wanted to look away from the situation, but you know what? That is no longer a possible option. Now it is about stepping into harmony. It is about revealing parts of yourself to others that you were like, well, what if they don't like me? Well, what about, what if I lose some friends? What if, you can't worry about that. Life is too short. Now you're here at this juncture in your life, and it's now that you've got to make these effort to make it count, make every day count. You can't worry about what other people are saying about you. You can't worry about where they're going or not going. You can't worry about who's staying behind. You need to worry about you. You need to focus on you. You need to step into your truth. And it's no longer, this is unacceptable. Hiding in the shadows is no longer an option. Okay, so upside down. We got 2 cards now upside down. The frame. Steady income, organizing, accomplishments, continued here. Art design, home-oriented, self-employed. So it says here, some struggle here, and probably this is why you're struggling with these changes or with this authenticity, or it's just because you're not sure about how to frame yourself in life so that others can see you in a certain way. But coming back in here, it's lacking this organization. So it's important that you sit back and use this full moon energy to, again, look for structure in your life. Look for ways to organize yourself, where you want to go in the future, your career, your job, and kind of use it in a strategic way. Use this planning in a strategic way with purpose and intent, and plan that out as how can this be meaningful for you so that you can, feel worthy of the things that you're doing, and focus on, things that help you the most. You may want to start a side job that actually makes you feel good in a hobby that you like, and see how you can turn that into, a full-time thing later. But don't let go of what you have, but organize this for yourself. Organize your future with a strategy. Okay, let's take a look at this. So we have this heart here, and it's blazing, but in some way it's like divided from, like, not fully there. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So there are some things here that, like I said, you were in the shadow, and this is a reminder that you can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances. So be authentic and allow that love to shine through, and just be authentic, even about how you love and who you love. All right, another upside down card, liberation. So okay, so all of this, see, and it's interesting because I get a sense of so much shapes here. Look at that. I'm gonna see if I can hold this in a way that I can. Okay, so you got a square, a circle, a triangle, and yet they're all kind of in it. So, and this is asking for liberation, for you to free yourself, for you to connect with that deeper part of you and allow that to show you the way, and you can come and walk through the way and, connect more and more deeper with that. So as you let go of this and, you focus on what 3 things in your life, whether it's your career, whether it's yourself, and your relationship, and maybe your relationship to yourself, and that will begin to bring some more honesty in your life, and then you can have structure. Lots of interesting things for you, my darling Aquarius. Okay, let's move on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. This is all about love, relationship, commitments, partnerships, and this is about what are you going to continue to allow. So it seems that you're in situations, whether it's in personal relationship or partnerships, that you've not been really happy, but they have been probably relationships out of convenience or things that just happen and you're there. But the question now is, are you going to allow these things to continue? And, you know, is this relationship, if you continue, healthy for you? You know, what the thing is that if you could see, and please do check up on my the devil tutorial card, these people can take themselves out of this bind and literally walk away from this oppressive situation, maybe out of this dark situation, maybe out of this place where they feel that they're not able to express themselves, but it's really an illusion, you know? So with this full moon, this is about relationships for you, my Pisces. And you're being put to the test on this. You really are, because only you can walk away from this. Only you can fix this. Even though there's other people involved, the minute that you stop playing the game's over. You know, the game's over. And the thing is that you are so sensitive and nurturing, and you're kind of worried about others. Like, well, you know, what's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to you if you continue? You're going to start manifesting disease in your body because you don't feel that this is, you know, you feel something's off, you know? Okay. Chess. Chess is usually about games. Who's playing a game here, huh? Anyway, in career and money, it's talking about money strategy wise, spending, long game, a military leader, thinking things through. So, right now, if we look at this well, I'll just kind of put it the right side up, you know, you may be playing the game wrong. You know, it's talking about maybe you don't have the right strategies when it comes to investing. Maybe you have not thought about what you're really going to do with your money, or how is that money, you know, coming in and how's it going out, and how can you maximize what you do have, or how can you increase it? Maybe you've been overspending things. Maybe you didn't think about the long game. Like, okay, you know, what about, you know, not just a year from now? What about 3 years from now? What about 5 years from now? You don't have to go too far. What about that? You know, talked about, you know, discipline, careers in military, maybe in leadership, and, you know, think things through when it comes to your career, so that you can focus on some of these strategies financially and think of a long game solution. Because right now you just have to figure out this game of life, and, you know, just so much stuff you got going on, worrying about other people, that, you know, you're forgetting a little bit yourself here in the game. So here we go, talking about other people. Let's go into relationship. So there's like this angel overseeing this person, and the wings are around this person. And this person's like looking towards the future and kind of shielding. Let's find out. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Hello. And for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So maybe, you know, when you think about the situation that's showing up, remember we talked about romance. This is a very heavy relationship read. So this is about, maybe it's time to forgive and move on. Maybe that's what this is. Forgive and move on. Again, if any one of you are interested in a private reading with me, please go to my personal page, which is www.fortuneforecast.com, and set up a reading with me. Once I get the notification, I'll contact you and we'll set up the times, okay? So here we go. Let's take a look at this. I am beautiful. Okay. So as you begin to forgive, as you focus on these things, as you try and clarify these things, and just connect with what's working in your life. Because beauty is not just skin deep. Beauty is everything about you. Beauty is in the way you do things. Beauty is in your mind and the way you think. Beauty is all those other beautiful things that create a beautiful life for you, and it begins to manifest in the external. Aries. New ideas, Aries. I'm rocking it with you, baby. I am here with my Aries. I love it. I love this, wand ready to fire things up. You've got a lot of things that started in play, and it's just a matter of which one is going to spark this new idea forward. So with you, you're already in that. You're at fire sign, so you're okay with what the Sturgeon Moon is asking you about. Hey, let's stir things up. Yeah, falling into place right now. We're going to make it happen. We're going to fire it up, strike it, baby, and let it happen. So you're working with this dynamic energy. You're okay with all this, and you're all about it. So I'm happy. I don't even want to go any further. Don't need to, because a lot of good things are already at play. It's just a matter of, okay, just being patient and letting things flow. Gold. Why is my gold bars falling down? This is very similar to the one for Sagittarius with the money falling down, these fire signs. So this is pretty awesome. They're kind of, the fire signs are working with this energy. Go get your wheelbarrow. Don't get yourself your little pocket, because the pocket's too small. Go get your wheelbarrow and, catch all this gold. Big stuff, but you're not allowing it. So we got to find out why. Solid finances, investing, deep values, talks about integrity, banking, long-term positions, satisfying work. Okay. So this is not about the short game if you're investing right now, Aries. If you're in the stock market and you're investing, or you've got money to invest, this is about making those purchases and holding. Go for the long term, go for some bonds, go for some things that you're going to have a little more long term. So you have to stop playing the short game right now and, look for things that are more solid in your life. And I like how it says deep values. So right now you've been a little bit peripheral in many things. So you know what? That's what we mentioned earlier. It's not about what you see up front. It's not, what you see and get, all excited about the looks. It's about the deeper values, even with people. That came through. And here, usually when we have a daisy, it's really more about that beauty is deeper than that. And these daisies are wild and they last longer and they proliferate. So with all this love. So I am interested to see what this is going to say about love and purity and just more than what you see. I love how it's radiating. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yes, because sometimes we see a little daisy flower and we don't think, it's just so little and so sweet. But, it's stronger than you think. Your relationships could be much more if you stop criticizing one another and accept each other as you are and see the beauty in that relationship, and it will magically transform. That's a very good message for you, Aries. And let's see what this one reveals. Letting go. Letting go, letting go. And what you need to let go of, what's showing up, you need to let go of things that weigh you down. Things that, and I'm getting a real physical read for you as go into your home, into your garage, into your car, into your closet and purge. Get rid of stuff that's anchoring and is just collecting dust. This is a very physical for you. So as you get rid of that, you're going to make room for so much more. And you're going to begin to learn how to let go on that emotional plane as well. Get rid of the old thinking that things have to look a certain way, and find the beauty in the pureness of the people around you. All right, Taurus. Okay, Taurus, are you ready for it? Because you've been stuck too long in an old way of thinking. And definitely this Sturgeon Moon is coming kick you in the butt. It's going to stir things up for you, because it is time to get out there and think new ways and move with it. It is ready to help you transform your mind. And when we transform our mind, we're allowing our hearts to kind of flourish and have a greater expression and an opportunity for God to shine through. Eggs. Okay. These are golden eggs coming down. I would love a few of those, because if one of those eggs give me a chicken that lays more golden eggs, I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's see here. Starting over, saving up resources, your nest egg, healthcare, new opportunities, and insurance. So when we're looking at this is upside down, it's like you are so stuck in your old ways and you just don't want to start over. And it's time for you to, you let that go. It's time for you to start anew, new chapters. You just can't expect, new things by doing old things in the old way. You've got to move things around for new things to show up in your life. And it says here, saving up. You have probably been spending a little bit more than you thought. And you have, living like carpe diem, seize the day. Well, guess what? You've got to save for the future. There's a small storm coming and you need to be ready. You need to ready yourself and you need to prepare so that those that are depending on you are ready to see the strength in you by making some good decisions now. And, look at your resources and, there's nothing wrong with saving. There's nothing wrong with making sure that you have resources available because you can't depend on good old governments to take care of you as we have seen in the past or even now. So I mentioned about healthcare also. So, and opportunities, be open. You looks like you missed an opportunity. So you're going to have a chance to come around again. Be open, be open. Okay. Let's look at relationship. Okay, so here it looks like talking about balance, yin and yang. Okay, and having someone there. Balance. Yes, love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So it is okay for you to be in that space and allow others to also be in their space and have that mutual respect. So you may find that this moon, the super moon and sturgeon moon is going to stir things up, but don't, just because that person is not on the same page with you, that doesn't mean that there isn't any love. As we could look at the yin and yang symbol, you still have the circle, while two circles are within the circle. So, and they cohabitate in the big circle. So it's important to have someone to give you a different perspective of the way you're seeing things. As I've said before, like my husband and I were in the car and he goes, "Did you see that?" I'm like, "No, I didn't. I was looking this way while you were looking that way." And it's okay because now I could share with you what I saw over here and go ahead, tell me what you saw there. But, don't tell me that I saw the same thing that you saw. I didn't. Okay. I'm bringing something new to the table. And I'm okay if you're bringing something new to the table. Source of life. So as you move through this month, it is important that you stay connected with your faith, stay connected with source, with the universe, with the source that fills you emotionally and spiritually. I love how it's bathing in this holy water. And as you continue to stay connected, there's going to be emerging lights and emerging energy and new ideas so that you can embark here. And I like how these messengers will be there. People will be there to, kind of guide you along. Don't be afraid to embark on a new adventure. All right, let's jump into Gemini. Gemini. I love this for my Geminis. Looks like a lot of karmic things are finally coming in and you're working with this beautiful energy here, my Gemini, and you have no problem. Again, air signs have no problem working with what's going on, especially why? Because we have the full moon in Aquarius. So you've got this air energy. So you're okay. You're loving this. You're loving with, you're loving being able to stir things up. You have divine guidance. You have the ability to process what, the universe is sending your way. You've got a lot of things that you can work on and you can manifest it here on Earth. So I love this. There's a lot of things that are going to be showing up in your life. You have no problem letting go of things from the past because you are ready to stir things up. You're ready to make things happen. And this is going to be many opportunities this month. I'm getting a message that there's going to be at least 2 good opportunities of things that are going to be presented that you're going to be able to work with. Gears in motion. I love it. Money flow, hard work, putting plans in motion. building team, taking time off, and security. So I love that. And I love how if you look at this infinity symbol, you get the same sense of the infinity symbol here, working itself, working itself in your life here, and, just making things happen. So this one's showing one gear off, but definitely when you see these two gears at any moment, you could see two gears that are connected, making things happen. So definitely two things are going to, and your hard work is going to pay off for you. And there's going to be some money flow. So there's going to be a flow of money in your life. There's going to be things that are going to be working for you. I like this thing here, putting plans in motion. I like the stuff that you saw here, you've got them on the table. Now it's a matter of let's go to the next step. So whatever that next step is, my beautiful Gemini, make it happen. Make it happen. Take a look at this. Very, very clear. This person is very clear about stuff. A couple things might be blowing in their way, but a lot of good, true intentions are showing up by looking at this. Let's see what's here. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay, so this is what that is. Things are showing up, they're bubbling up, and a few things are blowing your way. So kind of take a look what is, trying to get in the way of whatever it is that you're feeling when it comes to not only yourself, but the relationship that you're in. You might be feeling a little bit off, or new feelings that are showing up. And it's important to find out what is that emotion that's connecting with the way that things are developing in your life as it pertains to you and this relationship that's showing up. And as you get clarity, then you can move forward. Okay. Blessing. I love that. Look at this card. As these two cards look very familiar to me because of the tree here. You see that? Here she's like behind the tree, allowing this to bubble up. And here the tree, the roots are coming through and she's becoming part of this. So you will go through this now that you've received this wisdom, and now you can reflect on your feelings. You might want to get a journal and just journal what's showing up. That would be a beautiful full moon exercise to do, my beautiful Gemini. To sit down and, put the date on there and says, this is how I've been feeling about this. This is how I've been feeling about that person. This is about feeling about something about myself. And then just write through and then see for each one, just find the blessing in it. And as you focus on the blessing, whatever it was that was bothering you, that this says here, examining, it will fall away and the blessing will stand there as a truth revealing itself to you. That's beautiful. Okay. Cancer. All right. Okay, a message is coming here for you not to drop your guard. You may think that, this thing is resolved with this person, but I'm getting that it was persons, could have been persons or organization. I'm also getting something about something that had to do with other people, like a negotiation, a contract, a legal matter. I'm getting a little bit more than this that's not on this here, but it has to do with others and a sense of betrayal, and you thought that it was resolved, but guess what? It's not. So this is not the time for you, Cancer, to drop that guard, as awful as it sounds. But sometimes in life we are in a lesson, and it's not over until we have completely learned it. So you may want to, while you're working with the Sturgeon Moon that's asking us to stir things up, is ask the universe, ask God, have I learned what I need to learn from this experience? And can you reveal to me what it is? And then just go through that exercise. What did I learn? What can I learn? What is there still left to learn? Cutlery. If it's made out of gold, I want it. Business tools, needing more money, living well. It says food related, sole provider, more work. And I could see probably why you can't drop your guard, because obviously if this is that money issue, like I said, a legal matter, or has to do with others that are affecting your income, definitely you need to develop more tools, you need more skills. It says you need more money, you want to live well. It says you're concerned about, that you might be a single parent or the sole provider right now. And it's just, definitely keeping you can't drop the guard right now, because right now you're being asked to stay in the game and, pursue with all your heart ways to get over this. And God will show you. Just don't give up. Okay. God will show you. He will show you, and he will, have a table ready for you and provide for you. Just stay in faith in God, and he will. In relationship. So we've got this vibrant, like neon flashing through this couple that's in a very intimate embrace. Trust. Wow. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Okay, so not about dropping that guard, but accept what's going on. And I'm getting a message that you will have people or a person that has been there, and the only person that's been there, and you wanted to turn your back from that person, but you can't. That person, when you look back at this whole situation, that person, Cancer, has been there with you. And it's been the only person that's been telling you the truth and telling you things as it was or has been. And it's important that as you accept, hey, this isn't the situation. At least I know what it is. So now that I am accepting this, and I might have to deal with it a little bit longer, because you see, faith is what's going to get you out of it. Faith that God will see you through this is the only thing. And as you accept the situation and accept that there are certain people that have been there lovingly, and sometimes it's like tough lovingly, but they've been there. And just know that God hasn't turned his back on you in love and life and career. Just God is there. Trust just a little longer, okay? Just a little longer, but you got this. You got this, and God has you. And this person is in your life holding you too. Not what you expected, but wow, they've been there. Light. Oh, I love it. So I love that there's this purple and color coming through. So it's kind of in here too. And I love these little fairies that are there, and the Holy Spirit. So trust in God, trust in God's light. But you need to show up. You need to show up and be there, present. And God will show you how to work with it, reveal it to you. Be strong and steadfast in that, and he will reveal this. But bring a burning passion to want to be in God's plan, and then everything else will just fall into place. People will show up to celebrate you, and that one person there, look at that, right there, that you can trust. Okay, Leo. Finally, Leo. Hello. Leo is here. Justice has been served. Things are coming into balance again. You stayed the course. You stayed the course. You believed in a higher power. Yes, that's been there with you the whole time. This light has been there behind you, watching you. Try not to shine too much on you, because there's only so much you could take at a certain time. But you now are in a place where you feel, yes, there is a God, and things have, I'm vindicated, and it's your faith. That's one thing about my beautiful Leos, and I love this because it's interesting that, I said it, in the Sturgeon moon, the full moon is moving through the constellation of Aquarius, which is also ruled by Uranus. So this is about trusting your intuition. This is about having vision into the future. This is about, just getting through and healing things from your past. So I like this, like, kind of red right there by your heart chakra, and just kind of filling it with passion. And I like the little blue on your third eye, which is communicating with that higher source. So I love it. Gift. This is so it looks like you're going to be receiving a gift, a sudden windfall, and very generous. So I love this financial support. You're going to get surprise from work and a vacation. So a lot of good news is coming for my Leos this August with this full moon, this whole thing of transformation. And again, you're okay with, hey, you know what? You want to go ahead and stir things up? Well, universe, I'm here with you. And yeah, baby, go ahead. I am happy. I will receive. And I'm also a giver. So this is giving and receiving. And one thing about Leos, they are the one, if we talk about generosity, Leos are king of generosity. So in that also, the receiving is going to be amazing. So receive this sudden windfall that's coming your way, and definitely a much financial support that you needed. I love it. Ah, what is this? So I get this, a sense of like a crescent moon here, and this person here that kind of mysteriously there, you know, loving and very angelic energy. I'm sensing a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Yes, that is beautiful. So know that the universe has always been there, and that this person loves you. It's always been there, a confirmation that you are loved by beautiful Leos. Here and now. And I love it. I have this sensation that this is a dynamic month for Leos. Look at that. As you stay focused in the here and now. Don't worry about the past. It's gone. Nothing you can do with that. And the future, you know what? You're creating it with the present. So if you're focusing on the now and seeing things here in the now, enjoying the now, taking in the food, taking in the air, taking in the space, taking in yourself, taking in those around you in the present, not living and worrying about them in the past and now pining about the future, but just here, then guess what? There's that balance, receiving your gifts and being filled with love. I love it. Oh my God. Well, there's a lot of work here for some of the Zodiac babies, and there's some of rejoicing, and there are some of you that are going to be stirring things up. So I love that. So we're going to close this out with the deck from one card from Archangel Gabriel, and see what the angel has to reveal for all of us. All right, all right. I'm loving this, and I hope you are too. I'll go ahead right here. Bam. Sensitivity. So we have this here. Your sensitive feelings are your muse and inspiration for your creativity. So be willing to embrace the light within you. And as you do, then guess what? You will open that creativity that can only come when it's channeled from divine realms. There you go. And there we have it as it's revealed. Thank you so much for joining me on this full moon reading, and meet me on the next video. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button. Let me know which zodiac is your sign, and subscribe to my channel. Be blessed.